Bitcoin's pumping again and taking the alts like XRP with it. We're going to talk price action of XRP because it's staying hot through the weekend and the volume is absolutely juicy. Now, we got some big events coming up next week like CPI data, Crypto Week, Anti-Corruption Crypto Week, along with other...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
That's right, BTC is roaring this morning, getting ready to touch all-time highs. Meanwhile, XRP is roaring as well. Look at that. That's a 7-day juicy chart. 1-day juicy chart. That's right. Things are moving. Now, before we get into the crypto news, like the big events that are happening next week, some good news for ETH holders out there. We talked about your comments. Why? Because you, the viewer, matter most. EOC 4126 says, I'm a strong believer in institutional custody, just like stocks. My reply, though, is without insurance, it's tough. We need something like FDIC for crypto. What do you think? If we got some sort of like crypto insurance, some FDIC equivalent, do you know how much more money that would bring into the system? We know that a lot of the players out there that are on the sidelines are worried about regs, they're worried about taxes, and they're worried about what? Scams and schemes. If we can fix scams and schemes with some insurance, yo, that would bring in billions and billions of dollars. Roy, XRP Warriors hanging out with us, says you're right on Pop-Tart seals. That's right. Hit that subscribe button because as soon as we pass Pop-Tarts and subs, we're going to do a Pop-Tart demolition video. 1K subscribers and they are toast. Pun intended. Well done. Always keeping the BSers in check. Love you, brother. Well, thank you very much, Roy. Love the support and we're getting close to beating Pop-Tarts. Dan Delzel says, when was the last time we had a clean bill from these bastards? Talking about Congress and a clean bill. That's a good point, my good man. I'm 61 and I doubt it's been in my lifetime. I doubt it's been in your lifetime and it probably won't be in my lifetime, sir. That's why I shared your comment because, Dan, you are on it. But we're going to learn this week about clean bills, about how soon we can get the crypto bill done, and can we even get the crypto bill done? Bitcoin sitting at 118,483. ETH is almost at 3. XRP at 284, while ETH is at 74. Let's talk about it. BTC adoption by public companies may signal shifts in corporate strategies. Now, think about this, okay? This last week, we have seen BTC roar up to all-time highs and hold onto that 117,000 mark. Do you think this convinced a bunch more companies to get in and either add to their strategy, right, to their BTC holding strategy? Or do you think this encouraged new companies and new money to add? Public companies are embracing Bitcoin to diversify portfolios and hedge against inflation. Recent analysis by Blockware Solutions reveals a marked increase in Bitcoin integration within the portfolios of public companies. And again, you want to talk about big? Public companies compared to crypto are like a million times bigger. And they got many. And a lot of them are waiting for regs. And some of them are waiting for what? Juicy price action. Well, they got it. Listen to this. Blockware Intelligence forecasts a significant increase in Bitcoin treasury adoption, projecting at least 36 public companies will hold Bitcoin by the end of 2025, a 25% growth from current figure. Okay. Now, Blockware Intelligence, the research division of Bitcoin mining firm Blockware Solutions, reported a 120% surge in the number of companies holding BTC in 2025. So now, think of the price action of BTC in 2025. Okay, I've got the 1 year up on the screen. Now, think of how many more players are going to get in if we can maintain this action right here. And the best part about it is, as BTC pumps, we'll go back to the 1-day chart. Look at it. It looks a darn lot like XRP, and that's the whole thing. Let BTC pump and let everyone take the alts with it. BlackRock just broke a major Ethereum milestone. That's right. Remember, BlackRock has their BTC ETF. Well, they also got their ETH ETF. According to the latest data, ETH's holdings reached 2 million ETH as of July 13th after a big week of inflows. That's right. ETH has been a laggard and now ETH is starting to warm up. Everyone, this is juicy stuff because we've got some big things coming up here in the next several days. It's not just crypto week. We also got big market reports that what? Can put pressure on Jerome Powell to lower rates, which could increase even more money coming into the system. Next week, on Tuesday, well, technically this week, because it's Sunday. I like to start my weeks on Sunday. Happy Sunday, by the way, crypto fans out there listening and watching. Love y'all. US CPI and core CPI data will drop next Tuesday. Expect major volatility. The only thing that could create major volatility is if we get an extremely high CPI data or a super low one, right? Extremely high, obviously bad. Jerome can leave rates higher for longer. A super low CPI data, we could go, hey, Jerome, you got the data. Guess what you can do now? Lower rates. Because every time we've watched Jerome Powell talk, what has he said? I'm waiting for the data. I'm waiting for the data. We're waiting to see what happens with inflation. Oh, tariffs pumped inflation, blah, blah, like all this stuff. We know what he says, right? So now with Tuesday, yep, everyone, it's Tuesday. You're going to have CPI data. I'm going to have a live stream Tuesday morning for what, everyone? For all of you out there. Top among economic indicators expected this coming Tuesday is CPI and core CPI data. For context, US CPI provides data about the change in the price of goods and services. That's right, inflation. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, that drops. Big key is this. Jerome always says, I'm waiting for the data to make my decision. He doesn't sound like that. I don't have a Jerome voice, okay? Well, here's your data, and we're going to share it live. Now, right now, crypto market is still healthy volume-wise. Look at this, 110 billion in the last 24 hours. These are weekday numbers that we're getting on a frickin' Sunday, everyone. This is awesome. Altcoin season, 31 out of 100. Now, what you're noticing is this. As BTC is moving, the alts are proportionally moving with it in this move. This is awesome, everyone. Now, in terms of inflows, we've had some big ones. Expect big ones next week as long as BTC keeps blowing the doors off it and as long as the alts keep roaring with it. We're already touched on BTC price. Let's touch on XRP price. And if you haven't, touch that subscribe button because like I said, as soon as we pass Pop-Tarts and subs, we're only about 1,000 away. I'm going to do a Pop-Tart demolition video. A demolition compilation video. All right, XRP's volume, $7 billion in the last 24 hours. Like I said, this is bonkers volume happening on a weekend. Yes, everyone. Now, here's the cool part. Crypto trades 365, 24/7. Which means what? As news breaks, we can trade the crypto action. Let's go to these candlesticks because things are definitely heating up, and this last move has been what? Hot AF. Now, the big resistance we have to look for, right? Because we kind of have to zoom out just a little bit, make sure we kind of pay attention to certain things that are in our way, is this right here. We got rejected right here on the 11th of July, right at a high at 297.31, 297.50 on those candlesticks. We're now working our way back on up. You can see that we've busted through the resistance right here on the July 12th and right here on July 11th. So right now, we're making the move. Like literally, at the time of me recording this, we are making a move. That's why you hit the notification bell so you get the news as accurate and timely as possible. So XRP is moving. We've got a nice upswing. Look at this. Two very distinct floor supports here. Really nice at a low of 266. So support at 266. We've broken some near-term resistance. We got these two candlesticks right here we have to chew through, and check it out, everyone. You zoom out, and you haven't seen price action like this for a long time. In fact, when was the last time you saw action like this? March 2nd. So BTC's heating up, XRP's heating up, and remember, XRP's big priming events, we've got ETFs, specific spot ETFs. We have also got basket ETFs with XRP coming up. Finalization of the case once everything gets signed, sealed, and delivered. And of course, regaronies through the Clarity Act, which would what, everyone? Encourage companies to now not add BTC necessarily to their strategic reserve assets, but they would be adding XRP because they would have the clarity to do so. See what I did there? So we're all wondering and thinking the same thing. Can this momentum carry through to crypto week? And yeah, apparently it can because we're still hot through the weekend. And the weekend is what? Fueled by retail. So now the institutional players that don't trade 24/7, 365, they take weekends off. See, I don't on this channel. I bring you the news all the time. And oh, I'm going to be traveling here soon and I'll be bringing you the news even then. That being said, these institutions, they're going to be playing catch-up on Monday, so expect massive volume to come in and expect the volume to stay juicy, expect the price action to stay juicy, because this action that we're playing right now is based on the optimism of regs, not the fact that we're going to get regs. And even this week, I'm sorry, I keep saying next week, Sunday starts a new week. This week, we're not getting regs this week, we're just talking about it. So if we've got price action based on optimism, Imagine how much more optimism we're going to have once these hearings start. Yes, everyone, juicy stuff, optimism. Now, Tuesday CPI data, live stream, got you covered for that. XRP looking hot AF. What else do we get to expect on Monday morning? That's right, traditional finance coming in. The bigs with the money are going to be playing. We played all weekend, though, so we're ahead of them. Let's see what happens next week as Clarity, Genius, and anti-CBDC surveillance bills are all discussed in the House. Remember, Senate's got a Tuesday crypto hearing as well. The ag friends are going to help us out. Choo-choo what? Choo-choo biz nachos.